Alright, good evening, and today is March 4th, 2015, Wednesday, and today will be a very interesting and special and important broadcast. Now, let me just tell you right now, we're gonna have a very interesting day today. So, let me just hold on for a second here as I try to get everything organized. Now, if you haven't known, we have had a lot of school cancellations, lots of problems with ice. So especially out of Fort Worth. So apparently something's going on right now. Let's see. Okay, copy yours. All right, give me a second here. So also today, since it's an interesting special day, we'll be opening up to questions. So please don't use the stupid YouTube chat. Please use the Google chat, not the excuse just try to text me. Don't try to use the YouTube channel on the side. Try to text me in some other way, and we'll go from there. So see how it goes. Alrighty, let's see what's going on here. It says my stream is messed up. So today will be a more relaxed topic, a more relaxed day today. What's going on here? Please correct this for me. 360p. Uh-oh. That's not good. Wait a second. What is going on? Someone tell me what is happening. Okay. Okay. What's going on here? And by the way, if there's something wrong with it, some way to try to tell me, because that's just gonna be that's kind of like the waste the whole point of doing this whole thing. So, guess we'll start talking about the weather now. So okay, so if this is telling me it's not working, is this working or not? Is this working? Someone tell me if this is working or not. This is really making me scared. Is this working? Is this working? Is this working? Is this working? Okay. By the way, today Austin Zhang will be joining us. Okay. For right now, I'm gonna mute him, but you'll see him pop up here and there. Now, yes, okay. Let me just make sure everything is working. Pretty sure you're tired of looking at my face by now. By the way, if you need to contact me for whatever reason, just please go and please text me. Don't use the Facebook. Don't use the YouTube comment chat thing. Okay, that's working. All right, that's working. It's working. All right, I'm pretty sure this quality is pretty bad too. But what the heck? We'll go with it. All right, so let's look at this nice PowerPoint I made. Let's switch over to the PowerPoint real quick. By the way, thanks all of you for joining. Well, I know a lot of you are concerned about whether we'll have us for that. I promise you we will. But let's look at this PowerPoint. So, daily dig news. What the heck? I don't have time for the news today. We'll get straight to the weather. I know this is the same graphic we had yesterday. And if you look at this picture, we had an Ellsworth area. They're expecting really high impacts tomorrow. They have very high confidence we will have heavy snow, sleet, ice accumulations. That's why they declare a winter storm warning for the Dallas-Fort Worth area tomorrow, because, by the way, the temperatures won't go above freezing until noon tomorrow, so this ice will likely stay around all morning. That's why if the government offices are waiting until noon tomorrow because all this ice is expected to be hazardous, and it already is hazardous. In fact, I just came back from baking cookies for a dessert theater, and on the way back, there was already slush building up on the roads, and it was already my entire sidewalk outside my house is already iced over, and I almost slipped on it. So it's definitely already the conditions are already starting to deteriorate. Lots of icy conditions. 635 at North Dallas is already shut down on Luna Road because of an accident. Someone's already died in an accident up in Denton because of all this ice. So this ice is definitely going to stick around. Now, well, right now, if you look outside, it's not as bad as what we're expecting, because if you see this great little thing here, this batch is that's out here in West Texas near Millen, Abilene, northeast towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So around 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's when we're going to start getting dumped by this by this ice and snow. In fact, some of the estimates are coming in that we're going to be seeing an icefall rate of 1/10 of an inch in an hour. So if it snows, or if it sleets for about 2 hours, we're going to see that accumulation rate is going to be very high. And we've always talked about on this broadcast those convective bands of ice and snow. And so if we get one of those over our area, we're going to see a lot heavier We're going to see a lot heavier amounts under those areas of convective bands of ice and sleet. Now I'll tell you right now. Right now, the model is saying most of those convective bands of ice and sleet are going to be to the south of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, around Waxahachie and Ellis County, or Erath County, going up into Rockwall and up towards northeast Texas. But that doesn't mean we're still not going to get a lot of stuff up here. That's just ice. Right now, it looks like we're going to right up here. It's going to be more of a snow sleet event, but we're still going to have a lot of winter precipitation. Now, this is just a quick recap of the weather headlines right now. The temperatures are below freezing across the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There's already ice and slush building up on the roads, like I've said earlier. The main batch of precipitation is coming from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and we're expecting right now about 1/2 inch of ice and 2 to 4 inches of sleet and snow, and winds will be gusting to 45 miles per hour. So the winds will be very, very strong out of the north, with the wind chills of the single digits and the teens. What the frass? I don't have time for that. My life is a joke. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the PowerPoint for right now. I just want to talk a little more about the weather before I pull Austin back in. So I just want to talk about, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this to a couple of people today, but which is a specific heat of the ground. It's been so warm over the past couple of days that the ground is going to be this ground's going to be warm, and it's where it's going to be heated. However, I kind of take that back, because looking outside, it's already pretty icy, and since it's been raining all day and that water has a lower specific heat, then I think we'll have a good chance of icing over, especially like look at the roads. Let's go outside right now. It's already pretty bad outside. And also some people might point to the winds and how the winds will be really high. That might blow around the sleet. Yeah, that's true. If the wind is already very high, that's just going to blow off all the snow and the ice from the roads, and we won't see a lot. But personally, looking at this situation, I think that these impacts are going to be pretty high. Now, don't use this against other people, but right now, as on March 4th, 2015, 9:22 p.m., I do not expect there to be school tomorrow. I expect school to be canceled tomorrow because the weather just looking so bad. We already have Fort Worth, Arlington, a lot of schools out in Tarrant County and in our northern counties here that have canceled school for tomorrow. Lots of government offices have delayed school, and they don't do that just because they feel like their workers are break. They feel like this is not safe. So right now, I'm going to bring back Austin on. Feel free to ask questions. And I guess right now, because since this is such a big event, we're gonna go on Twitter and we're gonna see now. We've already had Cleburne, Waxahachie, Catawba, wherever that is. Currently lost and lots of schools. Jesuit College Prep is closed. We've already had like I said, we already had a fatality accident. Just like look at this, they had a DART train that stuck on there. This is the DART train, the public transit train that actually got stuck on the ice near Dallas Love Field, and so now they're putting passengers on the bus to finish their route. So lots and lots of problems out there right now. Cleburne, Midlothian, Mansfield, Arlington, they're all canceling for tomorrow. On a DISD, still waiting for Fort Worth. I-30 is shut down. Lots and lots of problems. And here is just another graphic that just come out of WFAA. As you see, all across our area, temperatures are below freezing. They're going to continue to fall through the night, and we will definitely see conditions deteriorate throughout the day. In fact, we see Collin County government offices will be closed until noon Thursday. CNN. CNN. So, okay. Facebook, it's interesting. Let's see. Now today it's going to be a more casual day. You see,
Steven, you never put up the
I'm
graphic.
confident. My what?
You never put up the graphic
The graphic of what?
that you
Oh,
said
okay.
just came
Oh,
out.
that's right. All right. Okay, let me put me back on screen share real quick. Okay, I should probably stay on screen share, but yeah, is it sharing? No, I didn't share it. Okay. All right, here we go. So Twitter right now. If you look at load. I hate my. Okay, so right now, if you look here, this is right now. Current temperature readings. All temperatures in the Dallas Fort Worth area are below freezing, especially up here. I don't know why this staying 32, but it's definitely well below freezing. There's ice all over my sidewalk, all over the roads. Slush is building, especially on this I-35 corridor going up to Denton. It's already pretty bad out there, and yeah, it's not looking good, guys. So I really do not think school. And here's just a nice little summary from Pete Delkus. Cleburne, Albert, Cedar Hill, Celeste, Ennis, Red Oak. Lots of schools are closing tomorrow. In fact, I guess you can take some time. Yeah, you already have some heavy sleep falling on Fort Worth here. It's probably not going to be any sound, but we'll just play this audio image from the WFAA reporter. And so it's just not looking good, people. It's really not. We'll just play this video for real quick. Yeah. No, it's getting really bad out there in Fort Worth, Elizabeth DeVille. Oh, okay. But so schools most likely going to be canceled tomorrow. Unless something crazy happens, unless I'm completely wrong, which might happen. But if I'm completely wrong, we might have school tomorrow. But based on all this data I'm seeing, we're probably not going to have school tomorrow. Let me turn it back to my face here. If you want to be added, I don't have a problem with that. Just let me know. Okay, I guess I'll let her. Hmm. And I'm pretty sure you've heard this all day, but if the tests get canceled tomorrow, the tests are going to all be moved to Friday. And also, just a note that we only have 2 days in the school district designed for bad weather makeup days. We've already used those 2 makeup days. So if we miss another day of school, they're just going to waive that day of school. We're going to make up those two, but once we get past 2 days of schools, we're not going to make up any more of those school days. So although it's bad, you're going to miss school. And yeah, personally, honestly, I kind of want school to happen tomorrow just because we're going to spring break and I need stuff to get done. But if school does happen to be canceled tomorrow, we will not have to make that up because we only have 2 days built into the school year for makeup days. So, I guess this is probably going to be a good idea. Let me check what this is saying right now. Google Plus. Okay, that's awkward. I think so. Did someone else just join us? No, awkward.
So based on your expert opinion, do you think we should study for the humanities test tomorrow?
Please, always study. Always study. Always study. Always study. Oh, and I also recommend Mr. McKinney's blog. All of you should read Mr. McKinney's blog. It's a great read.
What's the URL?
Craig, Craig, talks, Talks, teaching. In fact, let me just bring this on here. Craig talks teaching. Blogspot.com. It's a great blog on it. Great blog.
Why doesn't he talk about this in class?
I don't know. You posted on his Twitter account.
Oh,
I don't
these
know
are so
why.
long. Oh.
Alright, let's beam this up on here. Entire screen, share. Alright. Okay. Craig talks teaching. This is my favorite. Lessons from my worst nightmare. I don't usually dream about school. Several weeks ago, however, I had such a terrible nightmare that it's continued to haunt me ever since. Here's what happened. I was in another teacher's classroom trying to teach a romantic poetry lesson to all of the students, past and present, who made it very clear at one time or another they were not Mr. McKinney fans. Personal attacks were made. Words were manipulated and thrown back at me. I couldn't find the page numbers in the book. I said things that were clearly hilarious, and no one laughed. I couldn't remember Keith's name and wouldn't let myself go until I remembered it. I was certain it was a two-syllable last name beginning with a C, but it was not Coleridge. The PA was broken and kept going on randomly throughout the period, which did not start or end on schedule. Long pauses I tried to figure out what to do next, give the students a chance to mutiny. A student had found something incriminating someone had pinned on the Pinterest page I made, but I'd never used, and he announced it to the class and wouldn't let it go. My attempt to silence the student and turn this interruption into a teachable moment failed epically. I didn't have anything graded because my home laptop had a virus that gave me only a blank screen of death when I turned it on. True story. Lesson plans were missing. No one could or would tell me what we learned previously, and that what one kid told me was definitely not what he had learned. One student was digging through the teacher's desk drawers to retrieve her Spanish teacher's special rubber stamp to dishonestly add stamps for her homework card, and she refused to surrender the stamp or the card to me when I asked. This led to a conversation in the supply closet, which, though nothing inappropriate happened, while no doubt resulted in a he said, she said accusation of inappropriate behavior with no witness to defend me. And worst of all, two students are flagrantly in violation of dress code. The dress code referral forms were nowhere to be found, and a confused stranger was manning the phones in the student center when I tried to call for help. My later in the day co-teacher, Linda, showed up at some point near the end, and I looked at her with tears about to fall and told her that she might be on her own because I was considering taking a personal day, effective immediately. So, this is interesting now. Apparently, someone just asked if Fort Worth ISD canceled. Fort Worth ISD is indeed canceled. I will now pull this up for you on their Twitter page. I think it's on here, yeah. Let me look at their website first. Yeah, I see Fort Worth ISD is closed Thursday, March 5th. So let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, this kid Pete Duckus. Everyone wants Planet to be closed. So yeah, a lot of them on the Fort Worth side of the Metroplex, it looks like they're all canceled. But on the Dallas side here at Plano, Frisco, Allen, McKinney, looks like we're being a little more cautious. Dallas ISD stated this earlier today that they will make a decision in the morning. So we'll have to see. I mean, honestly, I would like it if they could have told us earlier because I would love to sleep in. And I would love to know if I needed to study for the humanities test or not. But I guess we'll just have to wait. And here's another graphic from the National Weather Service here. So here's the latest radar temperatures as of 9:20, and you have here, this is a big band of sleet and snow that's moving in from the west. Here the temperatures are already well below freezing, and here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, these temperatures will continue to fall. But out here, this is where it's really getting really bad because here we have moderate to heavy sleet falling. So that is definitely something to watch as this starts moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area in the next 2 hours or so. So that's just something to watch and keep in mind. Lots of interesting stuff. Lots of school districts canceling school already. Lots of problems already. So we'll have to see what. I honestly feel like someone's like hacked into Pete Duckus' Twitter page because I mean you don't ever expect a 30-year-old man to talk like that.
What percentage of the people you follow on Twitter are school districts or weather services?
Well, most of them are news sources. I can pull this up right now. Yeah, I follow 342 people. I have the best header in the world, by the way. But here's 342 on Jazz Ambassador speech and debate stuff. Jonathan, by the way, Jonathan Byer, he's a really smart guy. Like he's a really smart person. Like he probably knows more about weather than I do, honestly. So if you ever see him, say thanks for what he does. Personal people, Mossland Park. I'll talk about that later. People, Spring. Jerry Builder was. Let me say something. Stop. I follow this account right here. Hamel Whale. This is a fire account right here. News article. This is puns. Will Hawkins. This is an interesting site. Linda Ross. Austin. CDC.
She has a Twitter?
Mrs. Ross. Well, she barely uses it.
Oh.
Like,
I should ask to be her Twitter manager.
Here's a new customer. Oops. Let's see. But yeah, like I follow like most of the local news reporters, follow the National Weather Service, government organizations, that kind of stuff. If you have questions, anything. So, Brian Jafari, so do I study for humanities or not? Please study. Please study. Please study. Chapter 14, Chapter 17, Chinese, Sui Tong Song, Mongols, Turks. Shouldn't be too bad. So go ahead and study. It'll be good for you.
How long does it take to read the chapters?
It'll take you a good 3 hours, huh? I would say.
I got time.
Yeah. Alright. And if you came in jail, I think most of you have seen that study guide. Really good study guide. And yeah, that study guide was really good because of great people that work on it, like Mancy. Yeah, Mancy, Lydia, Annette, Ritu, Supriya. Smart people working on it. Really smart people.
The M-Line.
Okay. And yeah, I see most private schools that are going to close eventually because it's just not looking good at all. At all. It's not looking good at all. Okay, I think we're going to wrap this up pretty soon. Yeah, a lot of rural school districts are closing. Where is Joshua? Where is Joshua ISD? Joshua. Anyone ever heard of Joshua ISD? Where is that? Okay, Joshua's near Fort Worth. Okay, that's what you would expect. Alright. Well, it looks like that's pretty much it for today. Who's that? Oh, Sarah's on. Sarah just joined us. Okay. Well, Sarah's. Okay, we'll just beam her. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, great window. Great glass. Great china. Great wine glasses. Okay, but looks like we're pretty much done for today. And okay, so just to kind of quickly recap, I do expect school to be closed tomorrow unless something big happens, even with all the concerns of the specific heat and the high winds. And speaking about the winds, will be very cold tomorrow. 26 degrees or so when you wake up tomorrow. That's going to be the actual air temperature, but with a high, very fast winds blowing out of the north, gusting up to 45 miles per hour. The wind chills will be in the lower teens and even into the single digits. So bundle up if you have to be out there tomorrow, and just study. Please study. It'll help you in the long term to study. And you never know schools, because if you do your biology drawing too, because if you don't, you're really screwed tomorrow. But we're expecting 2 to 3 inches of snow and sleet, half an inch of ice. Big impacts. Already a lot of impacts out there. Stay safe. Stay warm. Have a great Thursday tomorrow. Hopefully at home. Bye bye.